Welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, remember how we launched into space and discovered a treasure chest with 10 empty slots? Each one was shaped just right for a space rock. We already found the ones from Mercury, Venus, Earth, and our moon. And now it's time to head back out into space. Which planet is next in our solar system, do you know? Okay, close your eyes and imagine we're back inside the rocket ship. Getting ready to launch. Are you ready? Say it with me. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Here we go again. Say goodbye to Earth. And when we're on this ship, you can call me Captain Curious. Mercury, Venus, Earth. Next is Mars. Are you ready to explore it? Let's check the Curious container before we get there. Okay, let's see. Today I see a heavy jacket, a wooden bat, and a pencil. Will you draw those 3 items so we don't forget what they are? Maybe they'll help us on today's adventure. A heavy jacket, a wooden bat, and a pencil. I wonder if one of these items will help us find our space rock today. Remember to listen closely for this sound. That means we're close. All right, and we've landed. Let's get out and explore. Mars is a dry, dusty planet, and it's covered in reddish dirt. The ground is made of rock and sand, and it's full of hills, craters, and valleys. There are even volcanoes and giant canyons here. The tallest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, is on Mars. And it's over twice as tall as Mount Everest. Mars also has a canyon called Valles Marineris, which is so long it would stretch all the way across the United States. Hey, there's Valles Marineris right over there. Let's go take a look. Imagine you're seeing a canyon that is so big it could stretch across our entire country. Wow, it's amazing. Just like Earth, Mars has polar ice caps. These are large frozen areas made of water ice and carbon dioxide, which we call dry ice. In winter, the dry ice grows, and in summer, some of it turns back into gas. Yep, that means that Mars has seasons. And if Mars has seasons, what could that mean? What is it about Earth that gives us seasons? Do you remember? That's right, it's tilted on its axis. And that's how Mars is too. That's why Mars and Earth both have seasons. Let's think about the size of Mars. Because Mars is a lot smaller than Earth. Let's imagine it like this. Imagine that Earth is the size of a basketball. Well, Mars would be about the size of a softball. But even though it's smaller, Mars is still a pretty big planet. In fact, you could fit all of the land on Earth onto the surface of Mars. Isn't that amazing? Now let's look up and around at the atmosphere of Mars. Because the atmosphere is very thin, way thinner than on Earth. It's mostly made of the gas carbon dioxide, which is the stuff that we breathe out. There's almost no oxygen here, so you can't breathe on Mars without a spacesuit. And because the atmosphere is so thin, it doesn't trap heat very well, which means that Mars is also really, really cold. The average temperature is negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Uh-oh, my spacesuit. The temperature regulator is malfunctioning. That's what's keeping me warm right now. Oh, I don't need that to stop working. Hang on. Oh no. Yeah, it's not working. This is not good. It's getting really cold in here. Ooh. I need a way to warm up quick. Ooh. Oh, right. My heavy jacket. All right, let me put it on. There we go. Oh, okay. Feeling much better. Thank you for reminding me about that heavy jacket. Now, I want you to pretend that you can look up and see the sky from Mars. Do you know what it looks like? Because Mars has a thin atmosphere and it's full of red dust, the sky looks very different from Earth's. During the day, the sky on Mars is usually a yellowish-orange color, kind of like a dusty sunset. That's because sunlight shines through all that reddish dust floating in the air. But here's the weird part. At sunset or sunrise, the sky turns blue around the sun. It's the opposite of what we see on Earth, where the sky is blue during the day and orange at sunset. On Mars, the dust scatters light in a different way, making the area around the setting sun look blue while the rest of the sky stays reddish. It's almost the exact opposite of on Earth. Because of its red color, Mars is sometimes called the red planet. Gravity on Mars is much weaker than on Earth too. It's only about 1/3 as strong. That means that if you weigh 60 pounds on Earth, you're only 20 pounds on Mars. Wait, what's that up there? Oh, it's a baseball. Hey, I bet it would be so funny to play baseball on Mars, where gravity is so much less strong. If only we had something to hit this ball with. Oh, right, our bat, our wooden bat. All right, let's do it. Oh, but wait, we need someone to throw us the ball. We're the only ones here.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
I'm an imaginary astronaut.
Oh, right, because one day astronauts might really come to Mars. Hey, imaginary astronaut, will you throw this baseball to me?
Of course.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm ready.
Batter up.
Okay, let's pretend we're gonna hit a baseball on Mars right now. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it goes! Wow, it's really flying. Can you see it? It was so nice to meet you, imaginary astronaut.
Are you going to tell the curious kids about how the astronaut might really come to Mars one day?
Yes, I'm gonna tell them all about it right now.
Good. Bye.
Bye. It's true. Humans might one day be able to travel to Mars. Do you want to hear the plan? Okay, here's what they plan to do. They want to use a big rocket system called Starship. The plan is to launch Starship into space from Earth, then have it meet up with another Starship in orbit. That second Starship is full of fuel. See, it takes a lot of fuel to launch from Earth in the first place, so Starship will need a refuel before starting its long journey to Mars. But here's the really tricky part. Mars and Earth are moving around the sun at different speeds, so they're only close enough to each other for a short time every 26 months. That's called a launch window. If you miss that window, you have to wait over 2 years for the next chance. And even if they launch in that window, the trip is still going to take 6 to 9 months. Can you imagine being in a spaceship for over half of a year? What would you do for all that time? The first people who land on Mars will set up special shelters to live in. They'll have to bring their own food, water, and oxygen at first. Scientists and engineers want to figure out how to make some of those things on Mars in the future, like growing food in greenhouses or making oxygen from the atmosphere. But the main goal at first will be to explore, learn, and stay safe. If it works, the long-term plan is to build a base where more people can live and work, and maybe one day even create a small town on Mars. The first people that go to Mars are incredibly brave. No one has ever done it before. No one knows exactly what's gonna happen. Don't worry though, those astronauts won't be stuck there forever. But they will need fuel. Bringing all that rocket fuel from Earth would be way too heavy. So, scientists have come up with a smart idea. They want to make the fuel on Mars. Here's how. Mars's atmosphere is full of carbon dioxide, like we talked about. There's also water ice on Mars, which contains hydrogen. Using special machines, they can combine carbon and hydrogen to make a fuel called methane, along with liquid oxygen to help it burn. Can you say methane? Once the rocket is refueled, the astronauts will blast off from the surface, just like they did from Earth, and begin the long journey home. Isn't it amazing that there's a chance humans might one day visit this planet in real life? I really can't believe it. Hey, what's that? It's a blank piece of paper. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's draw a picture for those brave astronauts to find when they get here. You can draw a picture too in real life and pretend that you're leaving it on Mars. What do you want to draw? Oh, wait. I need something to draw with. Do I have something to draw with? Oh, right, my pencil. Awesome. Okay, let's draw a picture. What did you draw? I drew some astronauts, and I wrote a note underneath. It says, "Thanks for your bravery. Now come back home safe." Well, I still haven't seen our space rock, but you know what? I think I might have heard something when we were hitting that baseball earlier. Did you guys hear something too? I kind of want to go see if we can find that baseball. Maybe that's where we'll find our space rock. But we're going to need a ride. I mean, we really hit that baseball really far. Only we had Hey, what's that over there? That looks like a little car. Oh, you know what? That's one of the Mars space rovers. NASA has sent robots to explore Mars in the past. I can't believe we actually found one of these. There are currently a few of them that still work, but there are lots of broken ones. This is one of the broken ones. It's called Opportunity. It hasn't worked in years. During a massive dust storm a few years ago, Opportunity lost power because its solar panels were covered in dust and it couldn't charge. NASA received telemetry data that engineers translated into something more human. A NASA science communicator described the last transmission like this, quote, "My battery is low and it's getting dark." End quote. Oh, this poor little guy. Hey, wait. I mean, we're here. What if we just dust him off? Do you think he might work again? Let's see. Oh, he's turning on. He's trying to say something. Thankfully, Captain Curious here can translate telemetry data. What'd you say, Opportunity? Uh-huh. Oh, he's asking if we need a ride. Sure. Let's go see if we can find our baseball. He says that he gets power much faster when we can answer his questions. All right, well, let's see how fast Opportunity can get going. Ready? Let's go. Come on, Opportunity, here we go. He says, what color is the sky on Mars during the day? Blue, yellowish orange, or purple? We're gonna go with yellowish orange. Whoa, he picked up speed. All right, what's the next question? Okay, he says, what is Mars's atmosphere mostly made of? Oxygen, nitrogen, or carbon dioxide? We're gonna go with carbon dioxide. Whoa, he's going even faster. All right, he says, what is the name of the tallest volcano in the solar system which is found here on Mars? Is it Mount Mars, Olympus Mons, or Red Rock? We're going with Olympus Mons. Whoa! All right, we got a couple more questions left, he says. How often can we launch a rocket to Mars during the best launch window? Every 6 months, every year, or every 26 months? It's every 26 months. Whoa! All right, last question. What kind of fuel might astronauts make on Mars to return home? Gasoline, methane, or rocket soda? Opportunity, the answer is methane. Whoa! Woo! Thank you, Opportunity. You got us here. Oh, and hey, there's our baseball. And what's that next to it? I was right, it's the space rock. Thank you, Opportunity. Now, could you give us a ride back to our ship? Here we go. All right, let's put it in the slot of the treasure chest. Perfect! That is 5. We are halfway there already. It's so cool that one day humans might actually visit Mars in real life. I want you to imagine how exciting that day would be. Watching those brave astronauts take off from Earth on the longest journey into space ever attempted by humans. And then, can you imagine seeing video of them landing on the surface of Mars? Wow. Maybe it'll actually happen. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Well, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, where to next? Yep, that's right. It's the largest planet in our solar system. Are you ready? Here we go. On to Jupiter! I've got an idea. Why don't you ask your parents to help you learn a little bit about Jupiter this week so that you're ready for our next Captain Curious episode? What do you think we'll find in the Curious container next time? And what kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, thank you so much for telling other parents about this show. Please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.